All right, what's going on, Legion fans? Welcome to another comic correction that, man, it just, this one sapped my strength, man.
I can't do it anymore.
This one was,
I'm done.
yeah, we picked the wrong.
Just go ahead, go on ahead.
Yeah.
I'll meet you on your way back down from the mountain peak. I'm done.
No, I didn't even make it out of base camp.
In
man.
a fryer.
This was bad.
I'm cooked. This is terrible. This was my idea too.
Yeah, you asked for the Mutant Mayhem series.
I know.
We've been working our way through it,
and I thought it was going to be a good idea. It was a terrible idea.
Well, it was. It was a good idea.
It was a good and bad idea.
Good and bad. Yeah, it's a bittersweet part of our job. I mean, this is. If we didn't do it, who would?
Well, here's the thing. We are just lost on this film. You know, we started off with X-Men 3 Last Stand, where there was at least, you know, it was a bad movie, but it at least was, like, semi-redeemable.
Yeah.
With a number of the things that we had discussed in our correction. If you haven't heard it yet, go back and check it out.
Check out the whole run.
There is nothing redeemable in this.
No.
I've got nothing for this.
No.
It has sucked the life out of me.
And you know what? Sometimes we do. So for those of you who haven't caught on yet, we're doing New Mutants today.
New Mutants.
More like Spew Mutants. Ew,
that was bad. That hurt almost as much as the movie.
I didn't even have. It wasn't even in it. I wasn't even in it.
You weren't even.
I tried, man. I didn't even get the whole AO
out. You didn't
out.
even sell yourself on it.
I didn't.
That was bad.
You know, I just came up with it though.
You gotta get it together, man.
I can't.
The problem is you just watched the movie.
I did. I literally just came downstairs from watching it.
I've had 24 hours to recuperate. You've had to just deal with this.
I'm still in shock.
Well, the terrible thing is I watched the last, 20 minutes again.
You did. You came back down and watched it. Why?
I do that? Why did I put myself through that?
Well, you know.
That movie has now taken an hour and 50 minutes of my life.
You and I suffer from the same curse, though. When there's a movie on, you got to watch it.
Yeah.
Even if it's bad.
Even if it's bad, I'll watch it. It's terrible.
Well, the good news is, we talk about a lot of these movies, and a lot of these corrections, people don't agree with us, right? You the box office does okay, or the audience score does okay, or even the critic score sometimes does okay.
The real fans agree with us.
Yeah,
the real critics, the real people
for sure
who know what's going on agree with us.
You know who you are, Legion.
You know who you are, Legion.
Yeah, but regardless, they agree with us this time.
Right.
Nobody disagreed with this
Nobody
one, man. Wait until you hear these numbers when we get into the Carnage Report, man.
I can't wait. This is
actually
next level.
It does my heart good
to
see
next
these numbers.
Level stuff. This is, we're gonna discuss something after we do this correction.
Oh yeah,
that I think you're gonna be really excited about.
For those of you with the video podcast, there's something on our table.
Pay no attention.
I don't know what it is.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
I'm excited for it because if it's been inspired by something as bad as this, it's got to be good.
It is. It's got to be good. We've got to find something good from this horribleness.
All right. Well, wait, do you mean like an extra podcast?
Oh, what?
Are you insinuating that we might have an extra podcast
I don't
this
know
week?
yet. Well, you'll have to listen and find out.
All right. Well, I'll be listening.
I know you will.
All right. Well, let's waste no time because I'm exhausted from that movie, and let's jump into our Carnage Report. All right, so Carnage Report, as always, we check out how it did based on its budget. We see what its gross was when the movie finished, and you just want to throw it away.
Carnage everywhere.
Yeah.
There's carnage
everywhere. We look at the cast, we look at the critics' review, we look at the source material, and then that way, you guys as fans have a frame of reference of where we're coming from when we
exactly.
correct. We do this for you.
When we're doing our Carnage Report, we're not just looking at pure numbers. We're looking at all these things.
Right. Yeah.
And source material especially.
It gives a good picture for
we try.
For those of you who don't. I don't.
Problem with this?
I don't want to do the research, but I do it. I do it for you guys.
It's everywhere. There's a leg over there. There's a head over there.
Oh,
There's a head over there.
Like when Cannonball flew through those Slender Men?
He flew through the Slender Men. That's the carnage we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
That was an analogy for
that was good.
This movie.
The one nice touch was the legs and head were twitching on the floor. Yeah. Anyway, so there were some cool looking visuals occasionally in the movie sometimes, but not much. All right. So budget. The budget was about Let's see, I had the wrong tab open. Between $67 and $80 million was the budget because of all the reshoots and everything and the different. So between 67
not a
and
high
80 million.
budget film, not a
not
major,
at all.
not a major studio blockbuster
Worldwide.
Okay.
Take a guess.
Take a guess. 20 million.
Oh well, you really brought it down there, man. I mean, it's not that bad.
I felt.
It's
that's
not that bad.
in my soul.
Yeah,
that's what I felt.
It's not that bad, but yeah, that's right. It's 46 million, which is still really bad.
You're giving me a hard time about 20 and it's
46.9.
$46.9 million.
Yeah, I mean, you went half of that.
It's not much.
It's not that bad. Yeah, 80 million. You don't even make. You barely make half back.
Right.
Like, barely.
Right.
That's. I mean, they
60 million. You make 2/3.
Well, they
3/4.
Fox took a swing, the last little swing, and they missed.
They did not take a full swing on this. First off, they didn't take a full swing on this. They knew from the very beginning this wasn't going to be good. They only invested somewhere between 60 and 80 million. They don't even know how much they invested because they're not willing to report out on the actual numbers.
Well,
they did not take a full swing on this.
Yeah, they took a toothpick to a T-ball. That's what they did. They took a toothpick to a T-ball.
That's good.
Right?
I like that analogy.
It's right there, lined up. Swing
up,
it,
good.
doesn't do a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
They had no chance from the start.
No chance.
No.
Right? It's like that snowball analogy that we can't say because we're a family channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, terrible money-wise, which is what we expected.
Yeah.
What we expected.
I expected worse.
Yeah. Well, critics. So we'll do Rotten Tomatoes next. We're sticking with Rotten Tomatoes. They're a little. I mean, they're the best we've got right now.
That's the best we got. Metascore.
Yeah, or Metacritic or whatever it's called.
I mean,
I forget because they're terrible.
We can no longer report on that because it just makes no sense and doesn't add up anymore.
Yeah.
We've looked at a couple of other things. This is the best we got.
Yeah. So Rotten Tomatoes gives it the critic score gave it 35%.
That's generous.
It is generous, but I'm glad it's low. And then the audience score, again, this came out during the pandemic, right?
Or right before.
Or right before.
Like right around that time.
Yeah, right around that time. So it might be skewed a little bit with those people wanting to see a movie, but it got a 56%.
Bull.
It's still rotten.
Bull.
It's still rotten.
This is a single-digit movie.
Yeah, well, at least the little popcorn bowl is falling over on Rotten Tomatoes.
Movie.
Yeah.
This should have gotten an 8% tops.
Oh, I was going to say 9.
Oh, man. You and I are right. Locked in. 9% tops. This should not have broken double digits at all.
I agree. It was really bad.
This is the worst thing.
It was bad.
It was an hour and 35 minutes.
Did you actually look at the time?
Well, I looked it up when I was watching it on HBO Max.
Hour 34.
Hour 34. Okay.
With credits, right?
With credits.
Yeah. So.
This felt like an eternity. That was at least an hour longer watching it.
It felt longer than...
Watch time felt like 2 hours and 34 minutes.
I was going to say, it felt longer than Endgame.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Like, Endgame felt like
rolls.
A dream
Endgame rolls. There's no issue to it.
Yeah.
I dare I say it, Snyder Cut.
Snyder Cut
was easier to watch than this.
It was easier. I would say Snyder Cut still felt longer. It was definitely easier.
Yeah.
All right, so cast, we get pretty much everybody you'd want in New Mutants. We get Maisie Williams. She's Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
And she comes in as Rain Sinclair or Wolfsbane. To be her, we get Anya Taylor-Joy as Ileana Rasputin or Magic, and she's from The Queen's Gambit and stuff like that. So she's great. We get Charlie Heaton coming off of Stranger Things, which feel really bad for him because I love him in Stranger Things, but he fell flat in this one, and there was so much going on. His accent didn't stay consistent.
Here's the really interesting thing.
He was Sam Guthrie, though. He was Cannonball.
Yeah, they went and got a lot of young actors and actresses who are new on the scene, but have established themselves in different ways.
Yeah. You know,
it
wasn't a bad cast.
They are up and comers.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad cast, but my gosh, they didn't act. Their hearts weren't in it. Your heart wasn't in that starting joke. Their hearts were not at any point in this film.
Yeah, it really felt. It did. It felt
honed
forced.
In.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It felt like they. Blue Hunt came in as Danny Moonstar, and then Henry Zaga was Roberta. Sorry, I'll do that
Roberto.
again. Roberto. Henry Zaga was Roberto I can't do that name. Roberto da Costa. See, I can do it. Yeah, I can do it, but when I try and do it, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he's Sunspot.
Yeah.
He came in, and they were fine. And then Alice Braga played Dr. Reyes. And all honesty, I think she was probably the best.
She played that role the best.
She was great. I thought she was fine. So really, really good. And we get Thomas Key too as not Thomas Key. I'm sorry. Who was Adam Beach. Adam Beach is Danny's father.
Yeah.
So we get Adam Beach, Danny's father, which again you were mentioning.
He's
great.
He's great.
Good actor.
He was amazing
good chops.
in Wind Talkers.
Yeah.
Like you bring him
he dies in
and then
2 minutes.
Immediately kill him.
He has 3 lines in the movie.
It's terrible.
So I was
excited. I saw him on the screen.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, he's in this.
I want to see a movie about him.
Gone.
I want to see a movie about him.
Bring him back. Come on. Let him be a mutant.
Yeah, that'd be great. So that was our cast. Again, mostly newcomer or all newcomers really to the X-Men world. And I have no problem with the cast, really.
No,
I don't think there was
issue.
Anybody I was like, I don't want them to be in there.
Other than they couldn't act their way out of a paper bag, man.
Yeah,
The number of them are good actors.
I was going to say, the
actresses.
thing is, we know they're
We've
good.
seen them do it.
Yeah, so
I mean, they have credentials on their record. It's not like they went out and they got nobodies.
No, I
think
we're
talking
the writers.
Stranger Things, Queen's Gambit,
Game of Thrones,
Wind
Talkers.
Those are all legitimate credentials.
Yeah.
And they were just nothing on the screen. They were not there.
They were
bad. Cardboard cutouts. It was flat. It was nothing. I was getting nothing back.
Well, I think it's more that the writers couldn't write their way out of a bag.
Oh,
that was the problem. The writers were
I think they read it and
bad.
they knew. They knew.
But you know what? You can't pass it up if somebody's like, "You want to be an X-Men movie?"
Oh yeah.
I'm going to be in an X-Men movie. I don't care if it's good or bad. I'm going to be in it.
I'm going to care.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's true. After it's done, I'm going to care. But
I'm going to care.
You're going to say yes
because I'm going to then be critiquing my own self in an X-Men movie.
Yeah, but we'd be like, "Hey, we're an X-Men movie."
Yeah, but then I would be like, "Yeah, now I've got to correct myself."
Yeah, but I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm in an X-Men movie." That'd be so cool. Anyway,
as long as I wasn't Spike. Going back to it, man, I will never give it up.
If we ever get approached by Marvel,
I will never give it up.
If we get approached by Marvel, all I'm going to tell them is that you really, really want to play Spike.
I will lose
you just
my
want to
stuff.
Redeem that character for them.
I will walk out on that X-Men movie. I will.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Well, actually, no, legit. If I want to do Spike the right way, then I would actually.
Yeah.
But that doesn't even
work.
They would never cast me that.
They better not.
I was gonna say, that
wouldn't work.
Immediately, you should not cast me.
Right.
Because that would not redeem this character at all.
Yeah, you know what? For the next podcast of nothing, we should talk about who we would be cast as. Like, I should say who you would be cast as in X-Men, and you should say
X-Men?
who I would be cast as an
good.
X-Men. If you don't know what the podcast of nothing is, it's only for our Patreon supporters. So if you want an extra podcast every other week, join Patreon.
You know, last week was a big deal because we had 3 podcasts, but the deal is,
this week
there are multiple weeks where we always have 3 podcasts because of the podcast and nothing on Patreon.
That's right, man. And this is one of those weeks. This week, Friday, we get a podcast.
This Friday, podcast and nothing.
Special guest
Patreon.
Harry Chapin.
Exactly.
Yeah, go see it. All right,
3 more Patreons, you get punched in the face.
Really?
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
it's
ready.
Coming. It's
Come
coming.
on.
Let's jump back.
All right. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Let's wrap up Carnage. We got source material. They actually stuck pretty good. They stuck with New Mutants 17 to 20, which they took at least pieces from it. It involves Danny being tormented by a demon bear that she believes is from her own powers and is trying to capture her soul. Biggest difference is they don't really go that way, but
kind of.
Biggest difference is it's not from her powers. It's actually just its own entity, and it's coming after the New Mutants.
There's a big surprise.
Yeah, and they're not stuck in hospital.
Yeah.
But, at least they got the demon bear haunting Danny thing.
Yeah.
That's at least
They pulled
somewhat.
only that.
Yeah, well.
Everything else is wrong.
They failed it a lot more.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
All right, comic correction time. All right, man, what are we talking about?
So, very first thing.
Yeah.
This movie plays like a teen drama made-for-TV movie.
It's bad,
This is a made-for-TV movie. I swear to you.
Even some of the effects look like it, man.
This should be on Freeform.
Yeah.
ABC's Freeform Just put it on there. That's exactly what we were watching.
Yeah,
you got to be kidding me,
man.
So the relational pieces. First off, no characters' identity or relationships that are being built out are developed in any way, shape, or
all
form.
surfacey, superficial.
It is insane.
Wow, you're amazing. We're automatically family.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, I'm grumpy. I don't like anybody. Oh, wait, I'll come and help you at the end.
Yeah, what did we get? Like it was like
we got the
dwarves.
jock. We got
the dwarves.
No, let's go. Let's do it like
grumpy. There's jock. Like there's
no. Let's
sleepy.
do like a teen movie. We got Sunspots, the jock.
Yep. We got the jock. My gosh! And by the way, first off, as a reform bro, this man
the
was
pop
trying
collar.
To,
the pop collar, man.
But
what is this? 2001.
He made mistakes, man.
Yeah.
First off,
that's because
not enough pop collars. He needs minimum of
two
pop
at the
collars
same time.
at the same time.
Not enough gel in the hair.
Not enough gel in the hair. Also, his hair would go up.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
That's true.
He should not be putting gel or any aerosol spray in that hair.
That's true.
That is ridiculous.
Well, maybe it helps him flame on faster.
I don't know. And also, my gosh, does he at one point
I think he does.
Just yell hot?
Hot.
He just yells hot.
I don't know
when
if
he goes full flame when fighting the bear at the end. He just yells hot.
I don't know if he's talking about himself or if he's
I don't know what he's talking about. Is he flame?
Is
it Flame On from
man.
Fantastic Four? That's a better Flame On.
Flame On's better,
which we make fun of.
It's more iconic
all the time.
Yeah,
is way better than
just
yelling hot. Are you kidding
You're
me?
Just describing what
temperature. You're feeling and what you're doing
well,
right
maybe
now.
he is. Maybe he'd never gone that hot before.
So
like, ooh, hot.
This is a teen drama.
Yeah, well, let's go. We got the jock.
The jock is there.
We got Cannonballs, like the nerdy kind of like quiet kid that you think would actually win in a fight if he got into a fight.
And he's hurt.
Right, yeah, exactly.
He's
always
just
beat
quiet
up.
Guy. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Magic Ileana is like the
grumpy, punk,
grungy, like super popular girl that hates everybody.
Dude, this is the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
This movie is the Breakfast Club with X-Men.
Yeah,
that is all this is.
Wolfsbane is like just the kind of the eccentric, like friendly, outgoing one.
Right.
That's kind of quirky.
And Rain is.
That's right. No, that's right. That's Rain. And then Danny's the new girl.
Danny's the new girl. Dude, this is literally, this is the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
This is the Breakfast Club, but with mutants.
They should have just gone down that route. I would have rather watched the Breakfast Club with powers.
But that's what they did.
No, but I mean, like, actually just the Breakfast Club movie, but just give them powers.
Oh, bring back, like, Emilio Estevez.
Just do the exact same story as the Breakfast Club. Just with powers.
But they did that.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
No, it was so
play
bad.
This out.
Yeah,
you and I are just realizing this now.
Yeah.
Like, what were they always doing? They were in the
they were
Club.
playing hooky.
They were playing hooky.
Or being in detention.
Right. They were playing tricks on
the teachers.
Rooney. Right.
Yeah.
No, whoever the guy's name was. Rooney is from Rooney's from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, you're right.
But
Bueller.
They're trying to get out of detention.
Yeah,
around.
They're sneaking around the grounds.
That's what they did. That's all they did.
Oh man,
dude. It is the Breakfast Club.
We actually didn't plan this. This is a
mutants.
This is a real-time realization.
They had secret conversations. They snuck away to the attic.
Yeah, right.
Without supervision. Well, are you kidding me?
They turned into wolves. Oh wait.
No, they didn't.
No, wait, they didn't do that in Breakfast Club.
But they did in this one.
Yeah, they did. Oh man, wow. That makes
Club.
It. That's great.
That's what it is.
That's great. Case closed.
Right, except the Breakfast Club is a great movie.
It's a great movie.
And this is terrible.
It's a horrible movie.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man. And so like some of the effects just looked really bad. Like the bubble shields that Dr. Reyes made just looked really, really terrible. Right. Some of it looked good. Like the faceless dudes look good.
But
the bear looked good.
That is a quintessential mark
Sunspot looked pretty cool.
of a TV movie.
Yeah.
Is that the graphics look terrible, right?
Yeah.
That is what we're dealing with here. A quintessential TV movie. And the graphics don't match the quality of the movie that you're supposed to be making.
Bad camera work too. Like when they would show when they first show when Rain was talking about the first time she turned to Wolfsbane.
Right.
And they were like showing her run through the field.
Sure.
But they didn't show her. They just showed her point of view, but it was like it was like that Instagram filter, like dark around the edges, going to the field. It's like that's like a student movie.
Yeah,
like, that's like what a student movie does.
Yep.
Like, what are you guys doing? But then it's like it's weird because the
they probably did use Instagram.
Haven't used this word in a long time, but the juxtaposition.
Pretty sure you used it like two times ago.
I use it like every time.
Every time.
It's a good word.
It's
but
a good word.
It's seriously like it would go from that to like Ileana's door turned into molasses, like thick oil, and
which
then
was awesome.
Super cool looking. So like it would go
Great.
from really cool effects to like, is this did somebody make this like in their backyard?
Right.
This is bad.
Right. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it was
jumped
weird.
around with the quality of effects, and it's just terrible.
Yeah. All right. So we got that. We got speaking of terrible,
right?
And
the whole film
in relation to a lot of TV movies.
Yeah.
The story.
It had no arc.
It didn't exist.
We were 40. My wife and I were watching this 45 minutes in.
Yeah.
I paused to like go get a snack or something, and she goes, "This is halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
What? Nothing has happened.
Nothing.
Yo,
nothing happened until
nothing happens in this movie.
Literally. So the only things that happen are, one, Danny finds out she's in a facility that works on mutants. That's like the first thing that happens, right?
And she
her family is killed, and she gets
and
put
she's
into
a mutant.
Right? Yeah. So that happens, and then there's nothing.
She's in a facility
until
that's like a big like this is what's happening.
Nothing until she gets put in the chair to be killed.
Right.
Like, and then things start
20
happening.
20 minutes left in the movie.
Yeah, and then it's like that's all that's left is the demon bear fight.
Right.
And
exactly.
all their trauma comes to the surface.
The only thing that happens in this movie is the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just a fight where they realize they are being manipulated.
Yeah.
And the doctor is not really a doctor.
Right.
And
she works for Mr. Sinister, which they don't say, but they got his corporation.
They don't. Well, yeah, they only allude to the corporation.
Right,
we get no other information about the corporation.
Yeah, and then
we
dies.
learn about Danny's powers.
Right.
Which again, we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Don't make sense.
And they don't even really explain it.
But the powers that she has illuminates people's fears, brings them to life until
to the surface.
It kills them.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is actually that's kind of cool.
We get to see some backstory based on that, especially with Ileana.
Yeah.
No explanation. I have no idea who these slender, smiley-faced guys are.
Nope, no clue. Like they,
no idea.
They were they actually like that? Like were they aliens?
I have no idea.
Is
what
this
did
just
they do?
A figment? Did she like exaggerate them based on her
Where did
fears?
she live before this? That she was exposed to this?
Well, she's. I mean, we're assuming it's Russia because she got the Russian accent.
No, I get that, but there's more to
yeah,
that. Like,
we literally,
these guys are not normal. They have no eyes.
We saw her in a bed.
Right.
And then the creepy slender dudes.
Right.
That's it. Like that's all the context we have. No idea. At least with Sunspot, we know his fear is he burned his girlfriend up.
Right.
So like that makes sense. He sees her in the pool. She's burned up.
Okay. And I actually don't need much more explanation.
Yeah. Right. And Cannonballs
and
is
he's
fine.
the one who's cagiest about his backstory. And he's the one I get the most understanding of what is actually happening.
We get Cannonball pretty good.
Cannonball's pretty good.
Because Cannonball, he goes back into the mine and he blows his father up again.
Right,
so we get that, and then Rain, we get
nothing.
We see that it's a priest, and we know she's been branded as a witch.
Right, but
we really don't.
We don't have understanding at all
about. I don't know
what
really happened with that. And then Danny, I mean, apparently she's got a demon bear growing inside of her.
Yeah. So I got to tell you,
I don't know.
These slender men looking figures.
Yeah.
Look exactly. I'm telling you, I cannot remember the exact name of the movie.
Okay.
But part of the name of the movie is For Peculiar Children.
It's like Mrs. Peregrine's school
Mrs.
for peculiar children or something like that?
That is it. That is it.
That movie came and went.
That movie was bonkers.
Okay. Was it actually good? Was it better than New Mutants?
It was better than New Mutants.
I mean,
it was better. Anything's better.
Dirt is better than New Mutants.
Yeah, I mean, I could just stare at the wall silently.
You can watch paint dry and be better than New Mutants.
I mean, this is insane. But so,
but anyway,
there's
a creature in there that looks like that.
Creatures in this.
Huh?
They look exactly. I'm telling you, exactly the same.
All right.
As these things, they have no eyes. They have these
giant
mouth teeth. They walk exactly the same way.
Yeah. Doing pop and lock. They're pop and locking down the hallway.
The only difference is that in peculiar children, they have spike hands.
Ooh, that's cool.
Other than so they don't
long
have actual
fingers,
no. They just
spike
have
hands.
spikes. They're just spikes.
All right.
And in this one, they're just tall and have hands.
Okay. All right.
All
right.
But like it literally
not even
is
original
like
for
they
that.
took it away and they put it on.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
You got to check it out.
I gotta check it out.
But I'm telling you,
same thing.
I would have rather watched a movie about Illyana and understanding her backstory. Just her.
Magic's
the entire
great.
thing. I would have loved watching that entire thing
if they stuck to the comics.
Right, and now we get into our.
So we'll get in. So I'm honestly
you are heated on this.
Well, I love my mutants. Man.
I know you do.
So
I know, but I'm just like. Here's my issue.
Yeah.
I've had so many movies now at this point that have completely abused
You're numb.
the characters. I'm numb
You're
to
numb
it. You're
to
exactly right.
I'm not numb to it.
I'm not numb to it as I don't think I'm bothered as much by it because I expected it. I just expected it.
You
and
went
number
into
two,
it.
you know, like you've dug into mutants more than I am.
Yeah,
Had they done this to like some more of my DC, like I would have been more heated. But like, talk to us about it. Tell me.
Well, in all honesty, dude. In all honesty, the premise of Danny's powers making you relive your fears until you die, and them having to fight their traumas, is actually kind of cool.
It's kind of cool.
Like I'm actually okay with that.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was maybe for 20 minutes at the end, and it wasn't explained.
And
well
it wasn't
at all.
even theirs.
Yeah.
It was just
pretty much Illyana's,
and then
burst
the bear,
out, and then the bear. Yeah. So like
which is Danny's.
The premise was kind of okay, but here's the thing. I don't mind if they're somewhat straying from comic accuracy if they make a really good movie. We're okay with that if they change things a little bit, but still make a good movie. This movie, some of it changed a little bit, some of it changed a lot, and they made a terrible movie, and so that's just a horrible combination. So comic accuracy, I know we do this one a lot, but we are the Legion of Comic Correction, and we do want to see our characters done justice. And there were a few people that were really
big part of the reason why.
Yeah, they were really messed up. So Illyana is one of them. She is the sister of Peter Rasputin, who is Colossus for the X-Men. Yeah. So she's got
she's got that great arm.
That's why she's got that metal arm. Yeah, she's great. In the comics, she's kidnapped at 6 years old and put in limbo. So she doesn't create limbo. In the movie, she's created limbo to escape her trauma.
Right. It's a space
that
she goes
kidnapped
to
and
avoid
put there.
avoid these beings.
Right.
And
so
creates
that's
this
not
space
that's not accurate at all.
Much.
Yeah,
no.
that was torturous for her. She was there and she was rescued by the X-Men, and then she was like raised and tutored by Professor X. So at one point, Storm mentions she's like an angel, even though she's been fighting demons her whole life.
That is not what we saw in this movie.
They made her totally like she's mean.
Yeah.
But anyway, so her powers are relatively the same. She can teleport. She can go in and out of limbo when she needs to. She's got the metal arm and the demon slaying sword, and so she's relatively the same powers. But she's a really good guy, and she's like super noble, and she's really good at magic. Her name is Magic with a K. And
so much so that what did you tell me she at one point?
She trains with Stephen Strange to become the next Sorceress Supreme. So it's like she's legit, man. And they kind of just made her a grumpy.
They made her
edgy,
a bully.
Yeah, like
they just made her
teenager.
the bully. What do we need in this? What are we missing?
We need somebody.
We need a bully. Oh, we'll just make her the bully. You mean the person whose backstory is literally that she's an angel, one of the kindest people. She goes through nearly HE double hockey sticks to get here. You want to make her a bully? Okay, we'll make her the bully.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
They're like, we'll make her a bully. And they're like, oh, well, but she's not really. And they're like, well, but she'll be like kind on the inside. But anyway, so she was not done very well. Danny also, those aren't her powers. She's got psionic powers, which they say on like the stupid security cameras they show all the time.
Security feed when she gets the updates, the Dark Knight
which
updates
I'm assuming is from Mr. Sinister.
Essex,
yeah. But anyway, they say she has psionic powers and she's got telepathic powers, but she doesn't make people live their fears and kill them by that. That's not Danny's powers. So I don't. That's just completely off. And then, man, Dr. Reyes. Holy
you told me
crow.
about this one. Yeah.
So she was an X-Men at one point, and she was a love interest to Beast. And she was a sword agent, and she's not a bad guy.
So at any point, Did she work for Essex?
No, or Mr. Sinister.
Or just be a bad guy in any
or
way.
Capture mutant kids and keep them against their
like,
will.
Or kill them? Like,
no,
almost
like,
kill them?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just so weird.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Now, she is doctor. she's a very
right.
good doctor, and they got that
Checked
right.
it off.
Check.
Got it. Nailed it.
Man,
That's what these guys in the writing room are like. What can we take from this? Doctor. Everything else doesn't matter. Just throw the rest out.
Good guy, spy, X-Men,
just
doctor.
Throw it out.
Let's get rid of everything
I
but
don't need
doctor.
any of it. I don't need any of it. I need doctor.
We'll
I need a
we'll
doctor.
give her
Get
powers,
everything else out of here. Yep.
Oh, man. What a train wreck.
It's a crew that just, like, from the beginning could not pull out the station.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get this
Well,
thing
and
off
it was delayed for like years.
Yeah, I know you said.
It was delayed forever.
And for good reason.
Yeah, it should never come out.
Delayed forever.
They should just scrapped
Indefinitely. Should have burned it.
These poor actors.
I know.
Because they're good. Like, the majority of them are really good. The ones that we know, that we've seen in other films, good.
Should have just put it out of its misery.
You know, it's
should have been Danny. Should have been put at it.
Right.
Sometimes you just got to put a movie down.
The Demon Bear should have just eaten everybody.
That's right.
You know,
that's right. Better movie.
I was hoping that at the end. I was like, just eat her. Just eat her.
Chomp it.
Because she ends the movie by being like,
you can go to sleep now.
Okay, you're like my pet.
Yeah.
What? It's a demon bear.
Let the demon
bear
eat her.
Pet?
Let her eat her.
Oh, man. Well, verdict?
Sure.
Oh, man. All right, well, I think we both came to the same conclusion.
Same verdict.
Right? Burn it. Burn it all.
Throw it away.
Find every copy.
There's just...
Burn it.
Yep. Gouge out your eyes.
All of it.
Yep.
I know we've told you guys to get HBO Max, but it's on HBO Max right now, so just wait till it's off. So that you're not tempted to watch
This thing just came on HBO Max,
Oh.
and people were like, yeah. And I'm like, what in the world?
No.
No.
I went to, man.
This is the worst.
They're exclusive. This is the exclusive provider of it too. I went.
Yeah.
You know this because I used your HBO. I sat at your house to watch it.
Yeah.
Because I was looking, man. I was like, where can I rent New Mutants? Nowhere.
No.
Everywhere else. Guess what? $20. $20 to watch it. I'm like, there's no way I'm paying $20 to watch this.
There's no things you can just fix around the edges to fix this thing.
No.
You've got to burn this.
Burn it, start over.
Start over.
There are so many good New Mutant stories. Start over.
Don't even do anything with it.
There's
nothing you can take away.
This was the easiest verdict we've ever done.
I know. It's just end it. Put it out of its misery.
It's real bad.
Yep. All right.
All right.
So, because that verdict was so easy, you know, I had to add
it was easy to say. It was hard for our hearts.
Well, yes, but I had to add a little something here.
All right.
So I don't know if you're aware.
Okay.
But this is our 20th correction together.
Man, time flies when you're correcting comic books.
Correcting together.
2-0,
so I'm
man.
adding
20.
I'm adding something new to our podcast.
Ooh, okay. All right. I like new things.
And this is going to be our third podcast for this week.
Extra pod?
Yeah, an extra pod.
Extra pod.
Actually, this will be our fourth podcast for the week because of what we said earlier. We have
if you're a Patreon supporter,
you are getting 4 this week with our podcast of Nothing on Friday.
Yo, you guys are lucky.
So here's the deal.
All right. What is it?
Because we have corrected 20 films at this point.
20 films.
We are going to create our lists of the worst of our corrections.
Out of the 20 we've done?
Out of the 20 we've done.
How
Only
many?
the 20 we've done. Top
5.
Or actually, we should call it bottom 5.
The
bottom 5.
The garbage
worst,
5.
The worst of the worst. And we're going to put them up here.
On the wall.
On the wall.
All
and
right.
then when we do new corrections, we're going to determine if they make the top or bottom.
5.
Well, they make the bottom 5 of our corrections.
We're going to have to think. We'll have to, maybe.
So we're going to do an episode here this week where we actually go through our 20 and you make your list and I make my list.
Oh, okay. All right. It's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt a lot.
But it'll be good.
Because I've forgotten half of what we've corrected so far.
Yeah, we've done so many. They all just mesh together into the dumpster fire that is our podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I'm ready for it.
Here we go. Thanks for listening to the Legion of Comic Correction. Don't forget to check out our other episodes streaming everywhere you listen to podcasts. We're also on the major social platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Just search Legion of Comic Correction.
That's right. And make sure to check out our Patreon for exclusive supporter specials at patreon.com/Legion of CC. New episodes come out every Monday.
And Wednesdays.
No, just Mondays.
And Wednesdays?
I don't think we can do Wednesdays.
We can do Wednesdays.
All right, Mondays and Wednesdays. We'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place, same Legion.